Hello, my friend Kaylee. A very popular topic these days, love, romantic love. Now, you didn't put romantic love, you just put love, but then you joked and said any predictions, so I'm assuming you're talking romantic. So I'm going to go with romantic on this one. Predictions. Yes, I have a prediction. It's coming to me now, Kaylee. I have a prediction for you for romantic love. You will experience exactly what you want to experience in romantic love from your deepest place that is you, where all this is coming from, and a combination of what's going on up here. But you will meet. We are the masters of our own experience on every level. How we perceive it, what we take from it, and in creating it in the first place. Because what we're generating is going to send waves out, and that's what we get back. So when someone says, well, how come I'm always dating somebody like this? Well, because you keep picking them. That's one little aspect. Nothing's ever a straightforward answer in any. It's always good to keep that in mind. This is all very complex, and we're always trying to simplify it. And it is so simpler than we're making it. But when trying to reason things out, we often want to simplify to the point where we're cherry pick a conclusion and then run with it and make that our experience. But usually there's many more factors. But many factors will be taking place. You'll be sending out certain waves, and so you'll be having certain experiences, and you'll repeat certain experiences until you're ready to not repeat them anymore. And that'll just come naturally. When you're ready, you're ready. Usually more, they repeat for a while, and then they transform, and you start to find you're not attracting the same kind of person, but there might be some similar traits. So in other words, you might have attracted a certain kind of person for a few years. It was always this type of person, and then you finally worked through it, and now maybe you don't attract it at all, or maybe you attract a little taste of that, but there's something else now, a theme you're always attracting to, so something else you're trying to work through. So that's what you're going to attract, what you need to work through, and you're also going to attract what you're feeling and living. So it's all connected. So my prediction is you're going to have the romantic experiences that you need and want. And the more you love yourself and tune into yourself and get happy and just grateful and accepting of what is in your life, accept it all, acceptance and gratitude, then the more you'll flow with life. Because we can be grateful, but we won't be steady at it unless we first accept all things. When they're happening, that's it. We can still change and craft our life, but once something's happened, that's it, it's happened. So when we harp on it, when we don't let go of the past, when we don't accept it, that affects our experience, as well as it makes the gratitude less important, less potent, I should say. Because we're being grateful in certain moments. Oh, this tea is nice. Oh, the sunset, it was a wonderful day. But then, you go home and raccoon got into the garbage, and now your world just went to shit. Because look at the garbage all my life, or whatever. It could be something really heavy. But the point is, there will be swinging, and as it relates to sending out a vibration, we'll be more truthfully grateful and more consistently grateful when we're accepting more. So don't skip over accepting. So acceptance and gratitude. And self-love. When we do that, everything else will unfold naturally, and we'll have experiences and some of them will be tough. And when we see them as gifts, and when we see, so I can work through this, and so I can experience this, I've never experienced this before, and the more we'll see it that way, and we can flow with it. It still will have its challenging, it always does. Romance never comes without challenges. Anybody who thinks you're going to have a romance and it's going to be perfect and easy, well, that's that's not the way it works. It might have its spots and at times and flavors like that, but there's always going to be challenges. That's life. That's like saying you're going to live a perfect life with no challenges. Well, that's not the nature of life. It's certainly not the nature of this romantic exploration. So if you're still feeling a strong call to romance, by all means follow that. But fill yourself so you're not coming from a place like a lot of us do at some point. Some we move on, some we swing back and forth. Different shades of every experience, but everybody at some point is, and this is the overall collective problem with romance, is when we don't love ourselves completely and fully, we're looking, another added complexity to it is we're often looking for somebody to fill that. And that's when things can really fall apart, because then no matter how great that person is, they can't fill what you're missing, what you're not giving yourself, or you're not working through yourself. So that can't hide, nothing can hide in a relationship, and it'll come out. So self-love before everything else is always the key to everything you want, the life you want. So nurture that and just let in whoever comes into your life and be open. And try not to see it as a problem. We often collectively, as much as we're drawn to romance, we also see it as a big problem. Well, we make it a problem like everything else. Don't make it a problem. It is what it is. You'll meet who you're going to meet, and you're going to have the experiences you're going to have, and you can accept them and be grateful. And then by being more grateful, you're going to be more likely to see the gifts, because a lot of times we miss the gifts that are coming in life and in relationships. We're missing a lot of the things, and that's why when it's over, then we see people look back and go, oh, I missed it. Then they start to remember all the things they took for granted. Or they start to see things, oh, that person was actually doing this the whole time. Wow, we get a new appreciation. Start to see things we didn't see before. So acceptance, gratitude, and the more we're grateful, the more we'll be more grateful. Just naturally will start to unfold, and we'll see more of the gifts, because we do have endless gifts in life and to give each other. We have endless gifts. A romance can have endless gifts, but you have to be willing to receive them, and that includes the toughies. And it helps to know what you want to with romance. A lot of times people, you want to, generally, if you're going to make a laundry list of traits in a person or situation, you're really limiting yourself. You're better to open up to it. But on the other side, it helps know generally what kind of experience you want to have in life, and generally what kind of experience you want to have romantically. Generally, not narrowing it down, I want this and this and this, but if you're someone who wants to not have any kind of commitment or whatnot, or have multiple partners, or whatever it is you want to experience, well, then it's good to just kind of know that. If you're somebody who's looking for just a commitment, it's good to know that. It's good to know the gender you're interested in, or if there's multiple genders, it's good to narrow that down. Just general things, don't harp on it, don't create lists, but just by playing and dreaming, it helps in being honest with yourself at all times and feeding yourself. You'll start to know what you're craving for, the experiences you're craving for, and the more you're a little more clear on what you would like to experience generally, then you'll be better to attract that, and then it'll also create less misunderstandings when you're with somebody else, because a lot of times different things can get in the way, and another thing get in the way is it wasn't really determined the wants. Again, I'm not saying sit down and say, hi, my name's this is what I want, but I mean, it naturally is going to come out as the feelings start to come out, and you want to run with that. You want to be honest up front before, while it's in the nurturing stages. It suits you to do that if you can. I mean, it's going to unfold the way it's going to unfold, but if you're both feeling the call to just talk about that, then sure, it would certainly help. But again, try not to hold too tightly to what you want, because again, we're narrowing ourselves. So try to stay open. Stay open to the experiences, the gifts that we've already attracted and chosen. So that's, I don't know if I answered your question exactly, but the way you want it anyways, but that's what I predict for you. Of course, you're going to have some great romances, intense romances. maybe the romance, who knows? That's up to you. You're the master of your own experience. So, enjoy.